Steam reforming. Steam reforming, in the sense, what it is it is a separation of natural gases. Natural gases produces both carbon dioxide and hydrogen gases. It separates both carbon separate and nitrogen separate. The shocking news is this steam reforming is used in India at late 90s as gobar gas. What we know in the villages, it's present. I think so. It's present now also. This process consists of heating the gas between 700 to 1000 degrees, 1100 degrees Celsius. That means we deposit cow waste into an some cylindrical thing, and keep it left over that, where the heat is produced inside the tank. And this when this heat is produced, the waste from what we get from the deposition, it is come from the other part of the tank. When the heat produces, the more the gas is produced, and that gas output is taken from the pipe outside. This is the cheapest way of production hydrogen, I think so, till now, but it has been done. The carbon monoxide gas can also be passed through steam over iron oxides and other oxides, which and undergoes water gas system reaction reaction to obtain further quantities of hydrogen. The downside of this process is that it's a major byproduct of CO and CO2 and other greenhouse gases. Depending on the quantity of feedstock, natural gases, rich gases, etc., 1 ton of hydrogen productions will also be produced to 9 to 12 tons of CO2. That means uh, instead of we get 1 ton of hydrogen gas, which makes more usage of our tank for like a vehicle. At the same amount of time, it produces more, 9 to 12 tons of CO2 CO2 gases also. CO2 causes. Here some are in this diagram we see come across when PEM fuels. That means fuel cell vehicles, right? I told you fuel cell vehicles. We waste put methanol. Methanol in the sense our cowden. For that waste, we put some water for water, where it vaporize and steam reforming. It when it get heat, the when the water gets hit, automatically the fog comes from it. The same way, steam comes from it. The same way, the whenever the methanol gets heated, methanol and water gets heated, it evaporation. That means steams come from it, perform some oxidants, and use it as a PV cell. Or this PV fuel cell is unused anode for an carbon hydrogen dioxide. That means combustion chamber for use it for producing heat. It can also be used this pre fuel cell for producing heat to steam reforming. That means steam reforming, whenever it is in water content, it requires heat to produce steam. So we use combustor over here, with where the air is coming from oxidization and it is produced. This is the method of steam reforming. Wait 1 minute. Okay, hydrogen storage in fuel cell. I told you, right? This is the main place where most of the research is going on. Storage of hydrogen fuel cell. Hydrogen fuel cell is the most important research is done in the present world on fuel cell vehicles. Due to hydrogen has low energy density. That means energy density. It is difficult to store enough on the board of vehicle. That means, example, we can in petroleum vehicles can even fit 14 liters of petrol and go on. But in hydrogen, it doesn't happen like that. The cylinder has some amount of capacity. That means it has even 1 liter of capacity. If you fill 2 liters of fuel, that means that gas hydrogen cylinder can explode. It is how it done. Uh, uh, Explode. This is some example what it is. It is difficult to store enough of hydrogen in a vehicle on boarding. But boarding driving range without storage containing being too long or too heavy for hydrogen fuel cell with onboard storage of compressed gas. Hydrogen technique are required to research in this area. For summarizing this, the final points: pressure tank storage. pressure. I told you, hydrogen has less energy density, where more the pressure it gets. Pressure tanks are enough strength, including impact resistance of safety and conclusions, are made on carbon fiber rapid cylinders. I told you in the starting of this video. So hydrogen is stored in a carbon materials. Carbon materials like cylinder shapes. I told you, right? Compressed hydrogen is in such tank has been isolated at a pressure of 34 bars megapascal with the mass of 3.32.5 kg and the volume of 6 liters with adopting of 500 kilometers. 500 kilometers is a large distance. That means, listen, like 32.5 kgs. Let us think as liters itself. We can't even go we can't even go. That means 186 liters. We can't even go much more than 250 kilometers. But in hydrogen, we can go nearly 500 kilometers range by having this amount of liters over here. The tank volume is about 90% of 55 gallon bars. Oh my god, it has more amount of gallon bars, which is large of individual automobiles, which has large amount of individual automobiles. uh, Individual automobiles. Hydrogen up tank. There are other two methods of production. Hydrogen up tank in metallic based compound. Metal hydrogen can also be employed to store an hydrogen below 3 to 4 megapascals at about room temperature. Okay, this room temperature. However, the metal includes too much additional weight for most vehicles, and also less expensive. It has found out that lithium nitride can also reverse the storage large amount of hydrogen. The material stored hydrogen rapidly in the temperature range of 172 to 210 degrees Celsius, and obtain 9.3 watts uptaken when the supply has held at 255 degrees Celsius from 30 minutes. Okay. From comparing to the last pressure tank thing, right? This one can also used for heavy weightlifting vehicles, I think, vehicles. And this hydrogen tank in metal based compound can used for four wheelers vehicles, and cyanogen liquid hydrogen storage. In this cyanogen liquid storage method, uh, hydrogen is stored in a liquid form. Okay, this is the best way of storing hydrogen. This is where this method is used in Toyota's car, which is launched in USA as fuel cell vehicle. It is the first fuel cell vehicle. The second one is going to release by Hyundai company. Hyundai company. This storage they're using over there, where hydrogen is stored in a liquid form to get an temperature of minus 259.2 degrees Celsius. Liquid hydrogen, that means NH2, is low density. It has low density, and 1 liter of liquid hydrogen weighs nearly 17.37 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kilos. It has lighter weight. Lighter weight. 1 liter of hydrogen can produce electricity up to 18.72 megajoules. Megajoules. Maintaining this hydrogen at such lower temperature is highly challenging and requires insulating those increasing cost. Liquid hydrogen becomes explosive when it mixes with certain other gases. Other gases. This before refilling. Thus, before refilling. Uh, as I told you, it has kept all is kept in an closed surfaces. See, in this liquid storage, if it mix up with other gases other than hydrogen, it gets exploded. So it also causes danger. But instead of while filling it, we should make sure that it's an hydrogen fuel itself. See, as the figure says over here, hydrogen storage, physical storage, and chemical storage. Physical storage comes under compressed H2O tank, liquid tank, and crow compressed tank. whereas chemical storage comes under metallic hybrid, chemical hybrid, sordant, etc. Principle of fuel cell vehicles. There is a various type of fuel cell systems. Fuel cells. I told you that there are many types of fuel cell vehicles, which is which is already present in the market. But the most effective fuel cell is hydrogen fuel cell. Hydrogen fuel cell. However, the principle of the function is similar to the all other fuel cell systems. It has three pillars. Three pillars are required. Three pillars are anode, cathode, and electrolyte. Electrolyte is used to separate chemical compounds. Chemical compounds in fuel cells. Fuel cells are categorized on beta type of electrolyte fuel cells and categorized on the types of electrolyte materials used in FCs. FCs. I told you like temperature. Fuel cell is distinguished on its different types of temperature used. Low temperature, medium temperature, high temperature. The same way the electrolytes is will be categorizing in this fuel cell. Electrolyte is located between both cathode and anode electrodes. Electrodes and polymer and deposit systematic of polymer electrolyte FC. That means PEMFC, polymer electrolyte FC, are operating systematically. This FC type is also known as proton exchange membrane FC. Proton exchange membrane FC is most commonly used as mobile power applications such as vehicles after combustion by this production of FC in H2O and other and which is a byproduct of fuel cell is H2O and it. Okay. Parallel hybrid. Hybrid means what? It should run in fuel also as well as electric also. We say hybrid vehicles as same is running in the both electric and fuel also. We say hybrid vehicles as that one itself. Whereas in this the instead of electric batteries, right, we use fossil fuels. That means internal combustion chamber will be there in the car also. At the same time, fuel cell also will be present in the vehicle, which at the where more electricity is stored when it is required. When the fuel gets over, when it is required, it is again it is taken, power is taken from the fuel cell and start going on. This is how hybrid vehicle is done. This is a diagram of parallel hybrid fuel take. Fuel tank for both hydrogen tank and of hydrogen tank, where internal combustion is done over here, and torque caliper. Torque caliper, where we in torque caliper the internal combustion only one direction movement is given to torque caliper. That means it rotates like flywheel. It acts as a flywheel. Torque caliper as a flywheel, where it rotates and transmit it to the wheels. Whereas this battery, right, battery pack, power electric converter, transmission motor, where this torque caliper rotates, right, at the same moment of time this transmission motors get rotation power, converts mechanical energy into electrical energy and stores into an power electric converter, passes through an electric converter and stores in an battery pack. This is one part of hybrid vehicles. In one of the early hybrid drives, training designing was such a parallel hybrid architecture. In this configuration, both internal combustion engine and electric motors can also be used, powering the vehicle independently for one another. The ICE has a low torque output at a low speed. Therefore, in the stopping and going driving cycle in the internal combustion engine can extremely higher. However, electric motors, I told you, it whenever the fuel gets over in a fuel tank, then it can be where we can use backup as an electric batteries of electric fuel cell. Fuel cell can be used backup as fuel cell over here. And I told you, right, Toyota is the only company which produces which has still produces parallel hybrid vehicles. This is the one where fuel cell is also produced over there, and the fuel cell is produced in this. This is a car in market which is launched in USA. Okay, would the vehicling of individual of long drive range, whenever you think going for long drives from one state to other state, you need not to, once if you fill, you know, need not to fill from certain kilometers. That means you can go nearly 500 kilometers, as the last slide told us. It can nearly go 500 kilometers of distance. Whenever the, let us think 250 range of kilometers. Whenever the fuel gets over at the 250 range, it is gained by an where some of electricity is captured by battery. That battery will again give amount to the motors, and which motors will rotate at a low speed and goes to a gas station, nearby gas station, to refill the tank. This is how it happens in fuel cell vehicles. And other hybrid vehicles is series parallel hybrid vehicles. In series parallel hybrid vehicle is a combination of both series and parallel hybrid drivetrains configuration. In series parallel hybrid, both the electric motors and IC can also be powered by the vehicle immediately by jointing the internal combustion engine. Example, fuel tank. As a diagram tells us, fuel tank engine. When fuel is filled to the tank, the engine combines the fuel and generate. When this in the energy is produced over here, instead of flywheel, we'll keep a generator which rotates equally to it, and keep a motor controller and transmission. Whenever this engine produces a torque, right, it is captured by generator, which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. This electrical energy, is then passed on to electric motor. Here some of amount of current is then stored into a battery, which is a battery, and then it is again charged back, where we can also charge back, then charge back, and continuously move on. That amount of what they'll tell power is transmitted to the motor to transmitted to the wheels. As this says, transaction, that means the amount of power is directly moved to the rear wheel from both engine and battery, not at the same time, in periods of time, in some period of time, whenever the fuel gets over. This is how it makes. See, as it is all the components are placed in a parallel way, but in the series way we place only the battery charge. This where this series hybrid parallel, right, this is the most used hybrid strategy in this upcoming days, due to it has more outcome better than parallel hybrid vehicles. Then next is thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency in the sense amount of capacity of an hydrogen fuel vehicles. As the formula says over here, dou G by dou H equal to 100. This is the formula used to calculate the thermal efficiency of an hydrogen fuel cell, where we use hydrogen into chemical reactions. This dou G and dou H is given in the data handbook data handbook in chemistry data handbook where minus 272.285 is divided and got a percentage of 82.9%. 82.9%. And whereas in other fuel cell like methanol fuel cell, where it gives nearly 94.35%, 34%. You have a doubt now. It has 94%, whereas hydrogen fuel oxygen have 82%. Why can't we use methanol fuel? Methanol fuel, as I told you, methanol fuel will produce both water plus carbon dioxide plus heat. As of now, our petroleum vehicles also produce carbon dioxide. What is the point of using methanol when both are producing hydrogen carbon hydrocarbon carbon dioxide. What is the point of using? Then we are using it to reduce the pollution and give much more importance to the nature coming nature thing. So we use hydrogen oxygen fuel so that H2 also is produced, heat is also produced. Heat is also produced. Advantages of hydrogen vehicles. The last is fuel cell vehicles has higher efficiency than diesel or gas engines. Gas engines. Most fuel cell vehicles are operating silently. Means like nowadays electric vehicles has huge sound from motors which is coming from out of the motors. But hydrogen fuel cell vehicles doesn't have much of noise. Uh, much of noise. Fuel cell can also eliminate pollutant caused by burning fossil fuels and hydrogen fuel cells. That means I told you, right? We can reduce the fossil fuels production at a least cost and start using hydrogen, then the environment and pollution also will decrease. If hydrogen comes from the electrolysis of water driven by renewable energies. The fuel cell has less greenhouse gas overall cycle. Less greenhouse gas overall cycle. I think so. Example, let us think petroleum products and hydrogen products. Production of petroleum products gives us more amount of time plus money, whereas electrolysis process as production of hydrogen is all done by using renewable energy. Here we burn fuel to get fuel, but here we use electrolysis process to produce fuel. That means we use electrolysis in the sense we use renewable energies to produce fuel. That we are using fuel to produce fuel, but we are using renewable energies. That means which cannot be ended. Renewable is never ended energy. So we use that to produce hydrogen. For fuel cell do not need conventional fuel cells such as oil gases, etc. Since hydrogen can be produced anywhere in the earth, whereas where there is a water and sources of power, water is present, the fuels can be distributed and does not have any regret development. Okay. When this point comes, right, what will done? Hydrogen can also be produced in your home also, in our home also, example everywhere. But minimum amount of knowledge is required to produce an hydrogen gas. Another is the source to produce, then power what we require, requirements like equipments required to produce hydrogen, that can also be done. It makes more easier way to produce our own fuel and put it to our vehicles, right? That is what we can do it in fuel cell vehicles. And disadvantages, expensive for manufacturing. It takes more amount of money in manufacturing of hydrogen. That means platinum rods takes more amount of money to purchase one platinum rod. That this is why it is more costlier. Lack of infrastructure. The producing of hydrogen doesn't have good good infrastructure to produce hydrogen. So infrastructure should be also good. A lot of current is available for fuel cell. Lot of current is available for it. Drains more amount of current. Hydrogen is very expensive in the sense because the production of hydrogen sorry the production of hydrogen is highly expensive due to lack of infrastructure, as a first and second point tell. So only hydrogen is expensive and it is not available for all over world because knowledge using of hydrogen is not still mostly implemented in all over the country. So in the further years it is implemented in every each and every country. Whenever there's more amount of hydrogen is produced in our country, then the fuel cell is started can also be used over there also. So we look up upcoming years for fuel cell vehicles. Then conclusions: hydrogen fuel cells are the uh, proposing alternate for current automobiles. It is an I'm not telling it should replace completely. It should be an alternative way to an automobile. Instead of like example, 100% people are using automobiles, in the sense if 50 to 25% people use fuel cell vehicles, and 75% people, if they use 50% automobile, 50% fuel cell vehicles, then air pollution will be neutralized, not be gaining stage by stage, right? That is how it this point explains the essential combining of energy density and conversion of liquid of fuel with the clean and sufficient operation of the electric vehicle, all through then certain aspects of the technology such as onboard storage. It requires still research on onboard storage, requires some improvements in storage of hydrogen due to its less energy density and less energy, but it can produce 3 times more power than petroleum vehicles, and that means automobile vehicles. So hereby it automobile vehicles. And thank you. This is what I was going to explain on fuel cell vehicles. Hope you liked it and gained some knowledge upon fuel cell vehicles. And thank you.